Noelle's still working on her headphones.
Okay, I got it.
You got it? You can hear me? Am I in your head?
Sorry, Ross got it.
Okay, perfect. Gotta love our IT hubbies.
Why
Welcome.
does it be so complicated?
I don't know. I just want to know, am I in your head? That's where you need me to be.
You're in my head, Kelly. You're always in my head.
In your head. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Welcome, everyone, to our first Tuesday evening knit chat. For the summer months, we've moved away from Sundays, and it's so good to see everybody here in our teeny tiny little corner of the internet for our virtual coffee shop knit. And
I missed everybody on Sunday. It felt weird on Sunday.
It did. I thought so too. I know. I thought I'm missing all my people.
Yep. So anyway, hi everybody. I see you guys were chatting. That's good. Tracy, Valerie, Catherine. Oh, Klaska. Happy birthday, Klaska.
Happy birthday, Klaska.
May the 4th be with you. I had to say that at least once today.
I already got to say it to someone else today whose birthday.
I know, but you work. I don't. So hi, Janie, Linda, Joan, Tiffany. Wow, Gail, lots of people here today. Donna, Catherine, Sue, Sandy, Deborah, Lillian, Donna, Mary. Anyway, Klaska says thank you. We won't ask how old you are.
Forever young. That's how old.
I'm sure you're younger than I am. So anyway,
I hope you had a good
everybody.
I hope, Klaska, you had a good birthday today. I hope you got to do something fun.
Klaska, cheers.
Ah. I have tea.
I told you I have red wine and water. But I'm knitting something that's like speckled, so if I spill some, it'll just add to the design. So.
Oh, hi, Julia, Mary, yes, Noelle has the wine. Elizabeth from North Carolina.
Oh, we should say it is 7 o'clock here. Like, we're not in Australia where it's 9 o'clock in the morning. So it is 7 o'clock in the evening. I just want everyone to know that.
But if you are somewhere and it's 9 o'clock in the morning and you want to have a glass of wine, no judgment. No judgment. You do you.
That's right.
You do you.
That's right. We do sometimes, I mean, on special occasions, have mimosas in the morning.
Yes. Yes.
But just usually Christmas and Mother's Day.
So Klaska worked today, but she had many wonderful birthday wishes. Well, that's good. That's good.
Klaska. Yep. So, oh, I guess I'm knitting. I forgot.
Valerie just had dinner. She had cheese and jalapenos. My dinner is upstairs. My chef's plate husband tonight, he got a late start on the dinner and he just pulled it out of the oven just before I came racing down here. So I thought, I'm not going to eat in front of you and I'm not going to try to wolf something down and then suffer for it later. So it's upstairs wrapped in tin foil. What else do we have? Oh, Tracy has Bailey's in her coffee.
Yay, Trace.
Tracy, we call that a little something, something. Yeah, some people say, oh, do you take cream? No, I like a little something, something.
I like my Bailey's on the side because I don't like the coffee to dilute it.
Becky's having stormy weather. You know what? It's kind of crappy here today too. It's.
I was going to ask if that was a drink.
Oh, maybe. Maybe.
I don't know. I think there's some cocktails that are called stormy something.
Yes, probably. So, but weather-wise, it is pretty crappy here today.
Yes. And Becky had told us underneath the last video that she just bought the needle. She bought it on Etsy.
You're using it. I haven't used mine yet. I'm using it.
Yes, I cast on. I did the whole cuff of this, a 3x1 rib on the needle using Continental and Norwegian Pearl. And it's still hard. It still takes longer, but I have to get used to it.
So you're using, that needle, for those of you watching, has two different lengths. It has a 2.5 and a 3-inch tip on the same cord, which makes it a 9.5-inch needle. And we recently obtained these needles to try out and they're from Knit Stitch. And so do you use the longer tip as the business end or the shorter tip?
I have the longer one in my right hand, right? Because it gives you just a little bit something more to hold on to.
Okay.
Although I find it's still not long enough to knit the way I would normally knit with a longer needle, because I would normally knit English style, and it still doesn't give me enough that way. But it is a little bit more to hang on to, even when you're doing continental. So
okay.
And it is a wooden needle, and it's not quite as sharp as a chaigu. Which
so that'd be good for me.
Well, depending on what you like, right? Because if you find that you puncture your finger with the chaigu or something sharper, then this is probably good. Plus, I would probably take this on a plane with me and not be too worried about it, because it certainly isn't much of a weapon.
Okay.
So,
and Becky's mentioning this, and you can do this. If you have the short tips by Chaigu, you can do that as well.
Yes. Yes, because you will get the 9.5. That's right.
Yes.
So that's a good idea. I might try that. I still would like to try the Addy ones, but I wish they came in the 2.25. Oh, Michelle's here from Australia, and it's actually a more decent time for her. Hi, Michelle. I think it's like 9 o'clock in the morning there now.
Yeah.
Oh, Molly said hi to Grandma.
She's almost ready for bed.
Good night, Molly. I know Isla's already in bed, I think.
Yeah. Oh, Dawn snags some of the Shirley Bryan.
That's what this is. Well, my shawl.
Yes. Yes.
This is the Shirley Bryan deconstructed fade sock in Pour Myself a Cup of Ambition. So I decided to do, because you always need another shawl.
So maybe you can hi, Margaret. It's so good to see you here. She finally got to watch us live rather than after the show has ended. There you go. Welcome to the party.
Hi, Margaret.
Do you want to tell everybody, though, how you used the deconstructed fade? Because it's actually 250-gram balls, but you used it in a different way.
Yep. So I'll take it off and show you anyways how it fades in the... So it fades really nicely. So what I did was I started with one, but then every 2 rows I would switch to the other ball. And then when I got to where I was doing these crossover things, because they take much more yarn, when I'd get to the next one, I'd weigh the 2 balls, and whichever one I had the most of, I would do the crossovers in that yarn.
Okay.
Right. And then just carried the other yarn down the side for the next 2 rows. So and like
gorgeous.
I used every single drop of the yarn, because I measured out my fringe, the same amount off each ball. And then I just kept knitting till I didn't have any more yarn left. And she's got, I had a hard time not buying another set to do another one, because she's just got so many beautiful colors that would look amazing doing something like this, or any other one skein shawl that you just wanted to fade. So,
well, that's really pretty, because that's different than, that's a very different colorway for you. That's not something that
but it's so nice and springy and summery, and it's like the perfect size shawl for that. Because a shawl this size is almost like, it'll keep you a little bit warm, but it's more like a decorative piece, right? Like an accent piece. Like if you're just wearing like a plain t-shirt or something like this, it gives it a little bit of color. So,
Dawn, what colorway did you get? And Rachel got some as well. I want to know what colorways you guys got. Type that in for us.
Rachel actually got the sock sets.
See, I went in and I looked at that, but some of the colorways that I wanted were already gone.
Yeah, Rachel probably got them this time. But they were nice too, because she did the same thing as the sock set that we showed last, where she did the 50-gram and then a 20 or 25-gram mini that went with it. So then you were paying less, but still had enough for a pair of socks.
Yes.
Right? Because especially if you're using different contrast, it certainly doesn't take a whole skein to do a pair of socks. No. Like 50 grams is enough if you're doing a contrast heel, toe, and cuff.
Right.
So,
Oh, hi,
Tammy said
Sarah.
she might.
Sarah's in here too.
Yeah, hi, Sarah. Tammy said she might try this shawl. This shawl is amazing. Like I love this shawl. So this is my second hipster, and I can see doing more. And it like with a one skein, it's such a fast knit. So it's a great gift for someone that doesn't knit. You know, I think old people like us like it too. It's still like, you know, my kids, my daughter, my daughter-in-law, they like it too. So I think it's kind of I don't know, it's kind of just like a good basic staple piece. So, and you can make it in neutral colors, or you can make it in something that's just a pop. So,
well, the hipster is such an easy pattern to wear. We talked about this last week. It's that really flattened crescent that I like. It's just comfortable. And so I have two of the regular. I have two. Yes, I have two of the regular hipsters, and then I also have the lightweight hipster, but may not be my last one.
Yeah. So, well, I was watching Fiber Hustle this week, and Erin was doing a lightweight hipster.
Okay.
So it's kind of neat to see more people doing it. Tracy said it was a great gift for a knitter too.
Yes. And Dawn got the Introvert and Ready Player One. I really like those colorways too.
I know Rachel said she got.
Sorry, Lena's joining us from a quarantine hotel in Norway.
Oh, I hope you don't have too many days left, Lena. Oh, 7 days left. I hope you have lots of yarn. Do they deliver that if you run out? Will they go and get you some yarn? Because I hear they sell it everywhere in Norway.
Right? Well, we'll find out, you know, when we go to Norway.
Well, did you
talk about that last week?
Yes, I know about our Norway trip. Now we have to go there. Now it's a thing. We said it.
Yeah, we said it, so it has to happen.
Has to happen. Did you see the Canadian quarantine hotel in Toronto? That they've got employees tested positive at the quarantine hotel.
Oh, well.
like 5, like not just one or two. Yes.
No.
So.
Oh, Jacqueline just finished her hipster shawl too.
Yep, she just needs to block it.
Okay.
So I actually just took mine off the mats today because I just finished it yesterday. It was blocking. I went and trimmed up the fringe and took it off the mats today. So
it's really pretty.
Sarah said it's the hipster DK. I think, Sarah, the regular hipster is done in, I think you can do it in kind of like a DK to a worsted to an Aran weight. And then the lightweight one is fingering.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm serious, Sarah, that employees tested positive. They were showing that this morning on breakfast television. Oh, Margaret says, let us know when we're going to Norway. She's coming. We're going to have a whole boat.
Yeah, we're going to just fill the boat ourselves.
Well, plane. We'll go on a plane. We don't need to go on a boat.
Margaret wants to do a Norway cruise.
Okay. We'll just let Arne and Carlos know we're coming.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sure they can accommodate us all at their little cottage too, right?
That's right.
Room for one more.
Okay, Lena says she has a lot of yarn, and if she could go empty, she'll get more. But she has 500 grams of Holst with me. Yeah, that's probably good. You're probably good with 500 grams of Holst for a week.
Well, I don't know, though. That's 24 hours a day that you're doing nothing but potentially knitting. You have nothing else to do.
You got to sleep at some point.
Well, okay, but if you're not doing anything, how much sleep do you need?
Some. Okay, Sarah said we should charter a plane to Norway. Tracy's in. We're in.
Tracy's in. Okay.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
It would. It's kind of, that's what I was just about to say. It's really sad that we're sitting here joking about this because I truly want to go.
Mm-hmm.
And
Norway is for sure a place that I want to go.
I also realized today that we're in the first week of May. I thought Mother's Day was somehow weeks away still. It's not. So I had to do a rush, but for my mom. But anyway, what I realized is if we're already into May is not that far from June. And before you know it, we're going to be halfway through this year. And we're not going anywhere and we're not doing anything. So how did the year go so quickly?
I don't know.
Like already I've lost an entire year last year, and now I'm halfway through losing this year that I have no main recall. Nothing to.
Okay, I'm
Anyway.
not knitting. I'm just drinking.
Yeah, you just keep drinking.
I'm too excited about Norway.
Luana is working on her tapestry cowl by the woolly thistle and loving it.
Luana, I am absolutely in love with my primrose sweater. Like all other things have kind of gotten set to the wayside.
Lena is traveling to her parents in 8 days. That's where she's going.
Yeah, she saw them.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That at least makes the quarantine in the hotel. At least you're getting something worthwhile at the end of it. So Sarah says only 8 more weeks of school, and then she can knit all day. Right? Because she's teaching.
Yes.
I know it's actually hard to believe that there's only 8 more weeks of this school year left. Like Zoe starts school in September.
Hopefully.
Well, hopefully. But how is that possible? Like I can't believe that time has gone by that fast. That's my granddaughter, and she won't be 4 till October, but she's just, I can't believe she's going to start school already. Like time just goes by so fast. So
it's crazy.
Becky says she loves the Woolly Thistle podcast. Yeah, I like it too. She's got lots of great yarns there.
I don't know that podcast. That's a new one for me to check out.
Yeah, she's got she calls it a shopcast. So she's got a shop, I think it's in New Hampshire, but she's originally from Scotland. So she carries a lot of the British breeds and woolly breeds. Like I think she has the Rama, she's got the Marie Wallen, she's got the Jamesons, she's got some John Arbin, she's got lots of more traditional style yarn. So it's not so much the hand painted, hand dyed. It's more like the woolly wools. So
Deb wants to know if you have any problems with duty ordering from the Woolly Thistle.
I did not. I ordered the Primrose kit, but by the time I paid for the kit, paid exchange on the money, paid for shipping, because we live in a border town. So normally we could actually get something shipped to the little town that's just across the river from us, which is Port Huron. And so if they have free shipping, you can just get it shipped to a post office box there, go pick it up and bring it back. But we couldn't do that. So shipping was a lot, but I was worried that I was going to get charged extra when they brought it, but I didn't. So
Valerie's knitting
New Orleans,
a toad hollow tunic.
Don't know if I know what that is.
I don't think
I'll have to look that up. So,
New Orleans. Oh, there's another place I want to go. I've not been yet.
New Orleans. I've not been to New Orleans.
Sarah says school year has been a shite show to say the least.
I bet.
Oh, there will still be a virtual option in September.
I know, but
oh my goodness.
How do you do virtual school with junior kindergarten?
I don't know.
Like, I mean, Zoe can't stand in one spot for 2 minutes, let alone. So I don't know how you would do that.
Oh, Catherine's coming to Norway too. If we just keep talking about it like it's a real thing,
I know.
Maybe it will just happen.
I know.
If you bring the things to you, manifest them, right? You keep talking enough about it, maybe it just happens.
That's right. I saw Linda was on there from Nina Knits. Oh, and she's in for Norway too.
Okay. Sue wants to go back to Asheville. Asheville.
Is Asheville, North Carolina?
North Carolina. So I hope when you're there, you went to the Black Mountain Yarn Shop, right? Like, I'm sure if that might not have been the point of the trip, but you couldn't go there and not go to the Black Mountain Yarn Shop. It's such a good yarn shop. So many comments. You guys are fast typers.
I'm having a hard. I might have to stop drinking. So.
And then.
Yeah, Sarah says virtual school for kindies is ridiculous. I agree. I mean, I know how hard of a time I have talking to her on FaceTime for 5 minutes, so I can't imagine doing school with that.
Right. It's hard.
Elizabeth says she was talking about Quarter Stitch in New Orleans is a great shop.
Oh,
So,
that sounds like a great shop.
oh, Alina wants us all to come to Norway to meet her. She's in Lyngdal, and she has family in Stavanger. Okay, Lynn, we're taping this, Lynn. We'll be able to go back and look at this. Wow, all these shops we have to go to, Kelly. Earth Guild.
I know.
Pearls.
That's what I said. You could just do like a cross-country yarn tour, all the shops.
Yeah.
And Linda just moved from North Carolina. Where are you now, Linda? I know that you're on here regularly with us, but I can't quite remember where you. Julia got yarn from the Woolly Thistle, and it got caught in Port Huron in March.
Oh,
don't know
Julia.
if she'll ever see it. Oh dear. Julia, what will you do? You must have nothing else to knit with.
But you would have never thought of that, the border being closed, right?
Right.
That you couldn't have gone over there to get your yarn. But Deborah says she ordered yarn in the US and sent it to her daughter in Alabama, but now she can't get it. Anyway, I ordered it. I had no problem with the shipping. It took a little bit to get here, but I think that was because one thing was like I got a nice canvas bag that it came in. They were out of those and they were going to ship it separate. And at the point when I ordered, I wasn't ready to start the sweater. So I just said, wait till everything's there and then just ship it all at once. So,
Yep.
And I've had no problem getting, I haven't been charged duty from anywhere that I've ordered. I've ordered from
a couple of times from Knit Picks, just a couple, but more recently not. So
because I've ordered from Denmark because we ordered from Holtz and I've not gotten charged from there. I've ordered from Holzgarn Wool Warehouse, John Arbin, and haven't gotten charged anything. So yeah, there's all these places that we're going to have to do. Well, Lene says she cast on the Dahlia my size, and she's almost done the yoke. I'll have to look that one up. Sydney is 16,000 kilometers from the Woolly Thistle. I wonder what the postage would be.
Where would we be without like across the world mail?
I know. That would be
like a pony to bring you your mail.
Like if you're in some place, like if you are in Australia, which is basically an island, so almost everything has to be like air shipped, right? Or boat, I guess.
Yes.
But
yes.
From quite a distance away. Like I'm sure that your postage does go up quite a bit too. So
thank you, Luana. She says we're the best group and we're so helpful. I don't know how helpful we are. We try. So should we talk about Noelle's shawl wall? Should we talk about that? So this came up on KnitChat. Was it last week, or not last week, but the last time about Noelle's shawl wall and everybody guessing sort of how many shawls does she have on the wall? Well Noelle doesn't have just one wall. She has multiple walls, multiple shawl walls. And we thought, I think Tracy, you suggested it. Let's make a contest of it. So we posted that on our podcast last week that we would have a contest. And we did check the comments right before we went live tonight. So we know who the winner is. And we actually we thought you might want to see a little video of Noelle counting the shawls. So let me see if I can do this without completely messing things up. I hope I can. Oh, I'm scared to now. Hang on a second. Okay, I think I remembered how. All right, I have it in here. There we go.
Oh no. Okay, here we are starting the official shawl count. This is spare bedroom number 1. We just have a little part of a shawl ball here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and you wanted to see a few of my favorites. This is one of my favorites. This is Mystic Embers, and that is by Anna Delvey. And that is a lace weight shawl that I knit probably 8 years ago, maybe. Anyway, that is one of my favorites. Okay, now we will move on to spare bedroom number 2. Okay, in this bedroom we have 3 different parts of the shawl wall. So we'll count this part first. We've got 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Is everybody keeping count so far?
Now we'll move to this section of spare bedroom number 2. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and moving over to this side, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And a favorite one here is this little black one, because it pretty much goes with anything that you're going to wear to a wedding. I've also taken it with me when we've gone south and actually worn it as a cover-up on the beach. Multi-purpose. Now we're in the master bedroom, and let's count here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and if we move over to the chair over here, we've got 12. This is a nice one just to wrap around your shoulders if I'm sitting up here. I think I've had it up here when I podcast up here before, and that one is made out of Blue Moon Fiber Arts Peru, and it's 100% alpaca. It's not 100% alpaca. We keep at the back door. If we're going outside to sit by the fire and it's a little chilly out, we can just wrap these around our shoulders. So these are 2 woven ones. So here we are in the family room. This shawl lives in my family room. This is my Noro Akari night shift, which I use all the time, especially in the morning. If it's chilly, you can throw it around your shoulders. I've taken it outside. This one goes on planes with me, trips. I would definitely say this is one of my most favorite shawls. And now we're in the basement, and this is where the majority of the shawls are kept. So this excuse, it's a not finished basement. We've had to use this for our music room, our workout room, and our shawl storage room. So on this first rack here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I just want to show you this one. This is definitely one of my favorites. I had a lot of fun knitting this. It's done with a lot of short rows. This is Noro's Silk Garden Sock. And then I think the black is Bergia. So definitely a favorite. Just actually found it today. Forgot that I had it. Oh, there we go. I have to write that down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, stop. That's my husband I'm talking to. Seven, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
Noelle, is this making you uncomfortable?
A little bit. I only saw the clips in like one piece at a time.
30, 31, 32.
It's kind of like, hi, my name is Noelle. I'm a shawl addict.
That's right.
And she's not done.
No, those ones aren't shawls.
Okay,
those are
these
scarves.
are
I didn't
the-
count those.
Scarves, cowls that don't count as a shawl that I have to find place for back on the shawl wall now.
Yeah, and this.
There you go, ladies.
Okay,
The answer was
so-
91. 91.
Yes.
And we said that the person who guessed the closest without going over would win a prize. And Noelle, what did we end up with?
We have two people. Emily, and I can't pronounce her last name. It starts with SAO. And Mary's Corners.
So
We're the two people.
we said if there was more than
Yay!
one, we would do
They
a draw,
guessed-
but we're not going
We're
to do
going
a
to give
draw.
you both
So
the prize.
we're going to send you each a prize.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And they both guessed 89.
What's that?
They both guessed 89.
They both guessed 89. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
send us a message and we'll get some squishy goodness out to you. Thanks for playing along, ladies. That
Yeah,
was
thanks
fun.
everybody. It was fun. And thanks to my husband who filmed for me and built all the shawl wall pegs. So
I don't know if Noelle's going to keep knitting shawls. She might take a break for a while after that.
I'm getting the 52 weeks of shawl book.
It's a lot. It's a lot of shawls.
Yeah, but
A lot.
Kelly, everybody has to remember, I've been knitting for like 55 years. Now, mind you, that those don't go back that far, but they go back before I started recording anything on Ravelry.
Right. And think
Right?
about
So
how many you've given away over the years.
that's
too,
right. Yeah. Yes. Because my mom has them. My sister has them. My daughters-in-law have them. My daughter has some. So yeah, I have, and friends have some. Anyway.
Ewa says
Oh,
it's time to
she's
take a
gonna-
drink.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. I mean, I love them. And the shawl is just, they're fun to knit. And like a lot of times something will come out that it's a new pattern. And like, I really enjoy knitting it. And I went through a whole period where I really wanted to knit lace weight shawls. So I've got quite a few that are just lace weight and they're so delicate. And I might not wear them a lot, but like that little black one,
Mm-hmm.
it's perfect like for a wedding that you just need something to throw over your shoulders. Or I brought this one too, like this one, the one that I showed very first, like this one, this Mystic Embers one. Like
That's so pretty.
The whole shawl is like 100 grams, like it weighs nothing. And this one I did because I would say that's one of the most difficult patterns I've ever done because it's like pattern on both sides. If you drop a stitch, basically it's not fun. But anyway, how many socks have I knit? Oh, let's not even go there. I would say socks, I probably don't have a ton in my house because quite a lot of the socks I knit, I give away. I would say the majority of the socks I knit, I give away. So they're not in the house. I have a large family. So anyway.
Rachel says you should have a shawl library so they can borrow.
I'm perfectly happy to lend them to anybody. Actually, that's funny because Rachel's mom borrowed that little black one to wear to a wedding. So, and I'm not wearing them all the time. I'm perfectly happy to lend them out to anybody that wants to borrow them. So, but Kelly, you must have a lot of shawls.
Okay, well, I might have a lot, but I don't have anywhere near that.
You'd be surprised when you start counting.
Yeah, I don't know how many I would have. I do. I have a lot. You're right, but not that many. Not anywhere near that many. And I've given a few away too.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I don't know. It's hard to say, but there's still shawls that I want to make. And
Oh, me too.
Yeah. And
And
even,
and there's
like, when you
always
showed
new
that
yarn.
when you showed that night shift, I think it might be your favorite, but it's my favorite too. Inspired me to make one. I've got yarn to make, well, two more.
Another one.
But I got two more. I have yarn for
Yeah,
two
you got
more.
two more. I only have one more.
But
But
the
that's
thing
something that I
is-
would definitely do for another person. Like my mom would love one of those.
Mm-hmm. And I love that shawl. Like, there's been how many times I've been at your house, and that's the shawl I grab too off the back of the chair. Mine lives on the back of my chair upstairs too. And it doesn't matter who's here, they just throw it. We travel with it. I know we had that with us in New York. I was using it in New York. It's so cozy. So cozy.
Yeah. And Michelle says we inspired her to knit when she saw the Akari night shift. So, and I would say like that one definitely is probably one of my most used shawls. So,
yeah, for sure.
And if you'll notice, when you went through a lot of those shawls, a lot of them weren't pink.
No, they weren't.
Oh, that's right.
But it's funny. It's the pink ones that you seem to wear.
Yeah. But pink, I would say pink's only become a favorite color in the last 5 or 6 years. Like before that, I liked like dark burgundies, and I still like them, but I don't know. Jacqueline says her daughter would love a night shift shawl. My daughter would love a night shift shawl. She is my daughter. Jacqueline, didn't you get yarn to make one? I thought you got yarn to make one.
Lena's been trying to track how much she knits in a year. So I have a friend that does that. She tracks every month. She tracks the yarn that comes into her house, and then she tracks how many yards of yarn she knits in a month. And her goal every year is to have more going out than what is coming in. She's doing pretty good at it too. I think she won last year. Like, she definitely had more going out than coming in. I probably don't ever. No, I'm never going to win at that game.
No, me either. No, because now I'm making yarn too. So.
It'll be my legacy. When I die, somebody's going to inherit all the yarn. And my kids don't knit, so maybe.
Deborah said, is there another yarn to use instead of the spin cycle? Deborah, when we did our night shifts, we didn't use spin cycle. We used Noro Akari. Noro Akari comes in 200-gram balls. It takes 2 balls to do the shawl, and it's already variegated all the way through the skeins. And they're, in Canada, I think they're around $45 a ball.
Yes, they are.
So 2 balls at $45. I know the night shift was probably 6 balls at like close to that a ball. So we found that the Akari was a lot more affordable than doing it in the spin cycle.
And the fabric that it makes is lovely because
it's gorgeous.
It's a wool
Cotton.
silk cotton blend, right? And it's lovely.
Well, it's like it makes it perfect for all seasons, right? Because even in the summer, it's got that cotton in it, so it's not super, super warm, like if you're just sitting out in the backyard in the evening. So Jacqueline just got yarn for the farmhouse shawl. That was, I think she got Quince & Co. Owl. It felt amazing. So, and that's a nice shawl too. It's probably about the size of the night shift, but then it's got all the fringe on it. And I think that yarn is like a DK to a worsted weight, maybe. Deborah, how do you spell it? Akari.
Yes. And
so it's Noro, Akari.
Yes. Linda says that the Hudson is on the back of her chair. And it's like a really cozy pattern by Shannon Cook.
Yep. Yeah, it seems to be the ones that you want for that warmth and that coziness are usually made out of like a thicker weight yarn. Right? The ones that are more like in the finer weights are more, to me, more kind of decorative. They're not really for that warmth and coziness.
Right.
Michelle has 3 Akari night shift shawls. Well, Kelly and I have 2 between us and the yarn to make another 3.
Yes. So like you can appreciate how much we love our night shift. It's just the perfect. And it's almost that time of year. Like, have you had your fire table going yet, Noelle?
We have just once.
I haven't had ours lit yet, but I'm dangerously close. I'm thinking it's just about time that we could be out on the deck, and it is the perfect evening shawl just to wrap around. Guess what else I ordered today? Not yarn, but yarn related. I ordered
needles.
No, I ordered the thing to
The
go
night
around my
light?
neck with the 2 lights.
Oh, I have that.
So I know you have it. And I keep thinking, why don't I have one? And it popped up on Amazon today on I don't know, like one of those flash sales or whatever.
Yeah.
And I got an extra coupon for $2 more off. So I ordered one. And so now if I have anywhere to go in the car, and I'm not driving, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to knit and
Yeah.
drive.
Yeah.
We talked about that last week.
Yeah.
Unless I'm in the Home Depot line, then I can knee drive. But I could knit in the car at night. And then I'm thinking I could knit on the deck at night, because we have like the little lights up on the deck. But then if I just had a designated knit light, and if the hydro goes out, like when it went out
Yes.
a couple of months ago and it was night and I couldn't knit and I had a headlamp on, but it wasn't the same. So now I'm going to be all set. And we're
Michelle said it's our fault that she has three night shift shawls. We'll take the blame. We're good. Big shoulders.
We are okay with being your.
You want to do another one? We're okay with that too.
Yes. We don't judge. We do not judge.
No. Nancy says she tracks all her yarn that she knits through her Ravelry projects. I do put everything into Ravelry. So at the end of the year, I can go back and like see what I've knit throughout that particular year. But I don't keep, I do put the yardage in there, but I don't really keep track of yardage, because yardage depends on what you're knitting, right? Obviously, if you're knitting something thicker, you're going to get a finished project with less yards.
But she said that she knit
something.
She said that she knit
35,000
plus yards. Oh, we need to cheers. Cheers.
Yay.
Cheers to Nancy.
I'll drink to that.
Take a drink.
Susan says, I did see that too, Susan, that Kristen from Vollenvine is using a patent sock yarn for a colorwork sweater. It's very autumny and striped. I think the color she was using was the brown rose marl, which is a really pretty one. I've got some of it to do some socks, and I had not thought of that, but you're right. You could use that in the yoke of a sweater. Like, look at that one that we all did. We all bought when we went to the retreat in Shelburne, and we all bought that blue rag.
Yes.
Like, you could use that as a contrast for a color work.
Well, the other thing you could do too, though, you could do like what you did with your Shirley Bryan yarn. If you doubled up, and that way, instead of just getting like a sock width stripe, you could get a thicker stripes. You could do that with as many skeins as you needed to, just so that you could get a wider stripe.
Well, yeah, or even with hers, if you wanted a thicker yarn, because the two strands are dyed the same, you could hold the two strands of yarn together and have like a DK to a light worsted weight yarn to use. So there's lots of options other than the spin cycle. Right. I mean, the spin cycle, I have used it and it's nice, but it's expensive for like what it is, really.
You really want to make sure that you're using it, in some special projects, right?
Yeah. Sarah,
Edition 3 is a good substitute. It is. I've got some back.
Yes, it is. We bought some of that at Little Red Mitten.
Yes. Oh, frozen shoulder.
So
it's not moving. Anyway, there's the that really hurt. The Edition 3 it's a Shopel yarn. And oops. Oh, wrong way, Kelly. There we go. And I have 2 of these, and the goal is to put that with a big cone of the Holst
Super Soft.
Super Soft. Is that what we got? The Super Soft.
Yeah.
And pair that for a sweater. I think we were talking about the Laurel sweater, except I didn't want the color work all the way down through the body. I think I was just going to do it through the yoke.
The yoke. Tracy did that one. She did it
and
with
maybe at the bottom.
Tracy did it with her hand spun, and the sweater's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. Well, it would be the hand spun. If only I knew somebody that hand spun, like close by, like within 20 minutes away.
In Southwestern Ontario.
But I'm
I'm still
That
working
lives
on getting.
like
I'm
2
still
minutes away
working.
from where I work. Yeah, if only.
I'm still working on getting better at it, Kelly.
I think you're plenty good at it from what
We'll
I've
see.
seen.
We'll
The
see.
projects are really nice.
We'll see. Anyway, Tracy says she thinks that Heroes is a yarn like Spin Cycle. I've never heard of Heroes. Is that the brand, Tracy, or is that the line?
I haven't heard of that one either.
I haven't heard of it. No. Lena says she's
Anna
making
just
2 or 3 crochet blankets in the summer. That's good. That's nice.
Ewell wants to know what a first good shawl is, or good first shawl. I'm going to say the hipster.
Yep. Yep, because you're not changing colors.
No.
Like it's a single color shawl, and probably even the hipster, I don't know. I think that they both worked up quick, whether you did the lightweight one or the worsted weight one.
Our other favorite pattern, a trip to Pirates Cove. If you've got that
Yes.
one skein and you want to really highlight it, it's perfect for that.
Yep.
And Anna added hers up last count June, 39,450 meters. Is that yarn out that you've knit? Not that you've knit already this year. You'll have to clarify that one for us, Anna.
Who was that?
She said she added hers up last count June was 39,450 meters. So I don't know if that's yarn out. Oh, I did something not right. There we go.
Sarah said she did her shift cowl out of edition 3. So that would be like that cowl that you did. You did yours in the Gaynor Homestead.
Yes.
What do they call that?
Well, they don't call it
Stonehenge Fibers calls it crazy.
Crazy. Yes.
Yes, but yeah, I don't think Gaynor calls it anything. But Knitwit, they call it Knitwit.
Knitwit. That's right. They do.
Yes. Yep. Tracy said she saw it on the Grocery Girl label and it just said Heroes. So maybe it's the brand.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not familiar with that.
I'd not heard of it. So the only Heroes I'd heard of was Heather's yarn, her colorway, right? In Timber Yarn, she had a colorway called Heroes.
Yes. I saw it today
too. Linda
too.
says she has to sign off. Okay, thanks, Linda. Hopefully we'll see you next time. And I do watch her podcast. It's good.
I'll have to check that one out. I saw today that Heather, Timber Yarns, said she was part of that group to do called Be a Freaking Unicorn, right? And it's a charitable group that they put together, and the proceeds are going to a shelter, I believe, in her area. And she said she sold 47 skeins that she was shipping out today.
She had a couple of things because she had her skeins and then she also had sets of the sock blossoms that were like the individual.
Yep.
So that's good. I think that the individual participants had a choice of where they were going to send the donation so that they could all send it to something that was local to them. But I think it was all to help LY. No. I can't remember. It was all local charities. I'm going to say the wrong letters if I say it. So
yes.
Do you have
trusty notepad here? No, I'm writing things down.
Anyway, because I bought some, but I know that the whole theme of it was like basically be a freaking unicorn. So like be yourself and be happy about it. And
yeah.
So there was quite a lot of individual makers that participated. So I did actually buy some fiber. So it was from a place called Stitch Noir in Quebec, and it's supposed to come on Thursday. So I'm excited about that. So.
Valerie was just saying
LGBTQ. Okay,
yes.
LGBTQ. Sorry. I probably would remember if I wasn't drinking red wine. The letters got mixed up in my head. That's why my knitting's sitting off to the side.
Oh dear. Michelle unknit 6,600 stitches and reknit them yesterday. Oh dear.
Oh, yeah, that's not. What were you knitting, Michelle? What did you have to unknit? Oh, Joan said that Yarn Hero Fiber Arts.
Okay.
So we'll have to look that up. It's similar to Spin Cycle. So Yarn Hero Fiber Arts. And Christina says they're out of Maryland.
Okay. Marking all of this down. Sarah, get over there and
Oh, Sarah. Okay, so Sarah,
support.
it's LGBTQ. Yes, that's what I said, but that's what I said, but not what I remembered. Anyway, I think I think they did really well. Like, this is the first year that they did it. And they, like, if you go onto the site, the beafreakinunicorn.com, there was a lot of people that participated in it.
I know Vicky was in it too.
Yep.
From Songbird Fibers.
Yep. And so was Kim and Colin from Ginger Snap and Heather. And there were bag makers. There were yarn dyers. There was fiber. So yeah, I think it goes from, I think you buy whatever you're buying from, I think it started May 1st to the 24th. And then after that you knit with it because they want you to have it to knit with during Pride Month.
So the yarn that we're using to give away, I didn't say where it was from tonight. That was bad on me. This gorgeous one is from Ginger Snap, and it's the dust fingering, which is a 75-25, and there's 463 yards in here for 100 grams. It's so pretty. And then this one here is from Rose Hill. Turn up the right way. Rose Hill Yarns. And it is called Tidewater, and it's a fingering weight, and it's a half skein of the turquoise and then 20 grams of the gray. So it's perfect for a sock.
Yeah, pretty. So
really pretty. Oh dear, the sweater that she took out was tree tram.
Oh, a Kate Davies one.
Davies.
All over cable.
Over cable. Oh dear.
Yeah,
Michelle.
so sorry. Yeah, I know, Michelle. That's great that you got it all knit back up again. But she did say she had it all knit back up again. So, but yeah, that's
a lot of stitches. She said she's surprisingly calm.
Well, that's good. That's good. Mary says she bought a skein of the Hero one. Oh, wait a minute. I've lost my place here. Oh, in Ottawa. Oh no, she said this one is Skip Threads. I know there's so many new dyers and so many new yarns. It's hard to keep track of them. Sarah says, "Be a Freaking Unicorn" was cool. She saw dyers from both Canada and the US. Like, that's nice when globally we can work together.
Yes.
That it's not just one. And it was nice that they worked it so that the funds that the makers did collect went to a local charity to them.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Barb.
Yeah, hi, Barb.
Barb thought it was at 8 o'clock.
Oh.
Well, in that case, you'd be a little early, Barb. And
Monica says
Mary
she
really likes the Tidewater. Okay, Mary, that one's going to you.
Oh, the yarn, the color.
Mm-hmm. She said she really liked the Tidewater. Well, since you're the first winner that responded back, this one's got your name on it, Mary. I'll get that out to you this week.
So Monica ordered from 2 different Be a Freaking Unicorn dyers, and she can't wait to receive them. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody's when it comes. I know that I ordered a BFL fiber, which, like, the colors in it, I think it's actually 150 grams of fiber. So I think if I dye it into like a fingering, or if I spin it into a fingering sport, I'll have enough to do each of my 3 granddaughters a little colorwork with the colorwork yoke in the.
That would be really cute.
Yeah. So, and use a different base color for each one. So I'm not knitting 3 of the exact same sweaters. That's the plan anyway.
Sheila says there's a point past which you can knit or drink, but not both. I don't know.
I'm already past the knitting point. Well, you can knit.
I noticed you put your knitting
knit,
down.
Sheila. It just depends whether you have to unknit the next morning.
Right. Right.
I was at my daughter's one time before lockdown a couple of years ago, and I was knitting, and I wasn't drinking that much, but I was at a point where I was putting a yoke and sleeves together. The sleeves got put on so that the armhole was facing up instead of down. It wasn't funny the next morning.
I don't even know how you could do that. Maybe you planned it that way. Maybe it was one of the cold shoulder sweaters, with the exposed shoulder.
Kelly, it was a chunky sweater. I don't think. Anyway, needless to say, I had to fix it. So,
hi, Ruth. I don't think we welcomed Ruth yet. Ruth is here from Australia as well.
Oh, hi, Ruth.
Slept in a bit, did you, Ruth?
It's almost 10 o'clock there.
Yeah. I like Ruth. She works on my morning time. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Valerie says no alcohol,
no,
Zoom knitting.
No alcohol, Zoom knitting. Oh, Deborah was making a bunny once and put the body on backwards. There you go.
Well, you know what, Deborah? That bunny would still be loved, I bet.
That's right. Oh, and then she clarified, while drinking wine.
While drinking wine.
Yeah, because sometimes we do things like that when we're not drinking.
I know, but that's every great story. Ends with while drinking wine. Right?
Anyway, Yoa says no alcohol knitting sock madness patterns. I can agree with that.
Oh dear.
I've seen those patterns. They're just brutal.
That's stressful knitting though, when you have to adhere that tightly to a pattern, right? That's stressful.
Yep.
So
Barb says
I got
she
a new
makes enough
modem.
hoops without. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
Oh, just Barb says she makes enough hoops without drinking.
Right. I was pretty excited that, okay, so I live in a smaller town in Ontario, and our last podcast, I was completely unhappy with the stream quality because since Noelle and I can't be together, we have to use a platform that is streaming, and then I convert that into a podcast. So it looks fine on my screen when we're recording, but then I get what I get. And when I went in to do the editing for the last podcast, I was completely unhappy, but not unhappy enough that we were going to go back in and do that all over again for another hour and a half. So I was complaining about this the next day to my guys at work, my IT guys, and they said, well, it has to be your internet. So I did some more speed checks, and it's definitely my internet. And there's not a lot of options when you live in the small town. So I happened to go on to another internet provider, Coachco. Should I have said the name? Yeah, I can say the name. And they have this great new package that, holy moly, it's available in my small town. And it's for an entire gigabyte of fiber data. And the upload speed is like 30 milliseconds. My upload speed is like 6 to 7 right now. So it's the upload speed that we need to keep the stream good and not pixelated, not choppy. So I told my coworker about it, and he was so excited that he went on right behind me and ordered the same package. And it's a great price, and we were super excited. So then the next day I got the notification that my modem had been shipped, and he didn't. So he was all disappointed that I was going to get mine before him. And then finally he got the internet up and going. He was sending me like screenshots of his speedy internet. all weekend taunting me. And finally, my modem showed up on Monday. So this was my goal last night, to come home, plug it in, get the ripping speedy internet that I thought I should get. And then this was going to be like the ultimate podcast for you, ultimate streaming. And it showed up. I plugged it in last night. It's a dead modem. There's no power. It's dead modem. So I called tech support and they said, well, we'll have to ship another one out to you. But here's the thing, can't be here before Friday. Today's Tuesday. Didn't help me at all today. So I'm still waiting. We're still waiting. So maybe someday you guys will get, but I need to be a quality podcast.
By the time we can get back together, Kelly, we'll have it all figured out.
I know, but when we get back together, we won't have the problem because we aren't streaming.
Oh, I know.
We're just
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. But we'll have figured it all out for the next pandemic.
For wave 55.
I hope we do. Yeah, really, I know.
It's not a joking matter. It's really not.
No, it is not.
Sometimes you just have to make light of a difficult
situation
because it is what it is.
Yep. Yep. I hope we never have to go through this again. I hope nobody ever has to go through this again.
No.
But anyway, so Sarah says she's
about the technical thing. I'm thinking, seriously, this is not my forte. I do numbers.
No, we are knit people, not it people.
It people. I like that.
So Sarah says she's only working on one project right now, and it's socks with a cable pattern, and it's not a good choice for the podcast for while we're chatting. I agree, Sarah.
Well, thank you, Valerie. She said she loves us for who we are, not what we do. That's good.
Oh, there you go.
That's good. We try. We should get an A for effort. We do try.
We told you before that if you were looking for a perfect podcast, this wasn't it.
This was not it. No. And if that's the expectation, you have come to the wrong place. We are what we are.
So Lene says she knitted a sock that suddenly didn't have a toe, but you could hold toes with your lover. Okay, TMI. TMI. Don't want to know that.
What's that? I missed that.
She said apparently she knit socks that didn't have a toe, but you could hold toes with your lover with them on.
Oh.
I'm like not picturing that.
Oh dear.
And Sheila said that she learned to knit when she was 18. There was more substances than progress. I don't even want to know what that means. Okay, skip on. We were young once too.
Yes, we were.
I didn't knit then. I didn't. There was probably some years in between when I learned to knit and when I started to knit again.
There was for me too.
Yeah. Those partying years.
Yeah, I might have taken a year or two off to be young.
Yep.
So
anyway.
Well, we're hoping. Here's hoping. Every week, and we do the test. We hook the equipment up. We do the test before the show starts,
and then we scramble to be ready.
And the test is always good. That's what we need to do. We need to record the test, I think, because you were good in the test. And then when it came time, I said, I'm hitting the 30-second button. We're already going to be late. And you're like,
I know.
Ross, my things are moving.
Anyway, we try.
Yeah. But we still thoroughly enjoy it because you know what? How else would we have met all of you wonderful people?
Well, that's right. And you know what? We wouldn't learn anything if it was perfect the first time. And we learn every time.
What would be the challenge in that?
That's right.
Yeah.
And Sue says if everyone drinks enough wine, no one will care.
No one will care.
I know. I have a t-shirt, Sue, that says, wine is the answer. And underneath it says, but I forgot the question.
That's a good one too. I like that.
Yeah. Oh, Becky's got to go. Anyway, Becky, let us know what you think about your needle once you start using it.
Yes. Post it if you're on, I'm pretty sure you're on Instagram, Becky. Post something in our, I keep forgetting. I got to scroll. I'm drinking tea. Okay, there we go.
Sure, Kelly, sure.
And Instagram, our hashtag KNP 2021 KnitChat. That's where we can see what you all are working on. And we check it all the time.
Yep.
And it's great. I'm so happy to see that you're using it. Oh, Sarah, now you're just being condescending. What camera do you use? So clear. Oh, heavens. Yeah, it's not. I know the stream is not great. Wait till I get a modem. You can count my chin hairs when I get a good modem.
It is. More of it has to do with the internet than your devices, right?
Yes.
For the streaming, yeah.
But actually, Sarah, we're both using our iPhones. And then my kids got me for Christmas. I was so excited. Felt like such a professional. They got me this, which is supposed to be like the end all be all microphone. It's the Blue Yeti. And when I listen back to the podcast or watch it back, sort of like for technical difficulties, I'm okay with the sound. The sound is good. And I thought that was really nice of the kids. I didn't even know the thing existed. They sought it out and looked up all of the specifications and figured out everything I needed to hook it up. So I was really excited about that.
Well, that was when you told me tonight that I have my earphones ready. And then I thought, okay, but I can only plug in one thing into the computer, either the earphones or the microphone. But then we had the Bluetooth earphones. So
yes. Yeah, no, I think it's good. So
we had to get those paired and hopefully next time I won't be going, Ross.
Well, I do have cameras as well because I did a lot of photography, but so I have a couple of Nikon DSLRs, but honestly, I'm going to stand by the iPhone.
The newer phones have,
because it will adjust, like if it's adjusting to here, so it's not having any depth of field issues. And then, if I want to show you something closer, like when I was showing the yarn, as long as I go to the right place with it, it's focusing. So like it actually does a pretty decent job. I'm not unhappy with it at all. So Sarah says, her 12-year-old decided he wanted to be a YouTuber and he bought a bunch of equipment with his Christmas money. He made 2 videos. Well, you know what? Maybe he'll come back to it, Sarah.
That's right. Well, Sarah, maybe you could use that into a podcast.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a strange thing. If anybody said even 2 years ago or 3 years ago, oh, you're going to do a podcast and put it on the internet so anybody that wants to could see it, I'd be saying, oh, heck no. No, I would not.
Yeah, no.
But it's fun. It's a way to connect.
The thing is, too, though, who would have ever thought, like, in this pandemic, and we've even found when we talk to each other, it depends when we're talking to each other, like what your internet's like, because it just depends on how many people are using it at the same time. And the one time when we were doing something and we thought it would be great, because I think it was the last podcast, because we did it on a Monday and we thought it would be great because it's not on a weekend. And then we forgot all the kids are at school.
Yeah.
Right?
And
so
I think
the internet usage is actually up.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Linda, I have a ring light too. The problem with the ring light, it's not, well, at least I hope it's not as bad when it's just me down here, but when we were broadcasting together is finding the right position for the light. Yeah. So I have it just off to the side right now. So I'm mindful to not do this and see that. Then you can see the light in my glasses. If I didn't wear glasses, filming anything would be infinitely easier. It's the glasses. It's always the glasses. You had trouble tonight, Noelle, getting the glare from your
and it's still, I think, there a little bit, but it was really hard to, first of all, we had to figure out where the glare was coming from.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
yeah, I have a whole little setup down here now. So I'm just kind of hanging out. And today I ordered something else on Amazon. I don't know. I just thought it was fun. I was having fun today. Well, okay. I was at work and I ordered a couple of things on Amazon. I should say that first. But I ordered some of the little RGB light strips. I thought it might be fun to kind of put some little light strips, colored light strips in here. I'll see.
Well, I did order something today too, but it wasn't knitting related. I ordered some bourbon vanilla Madagascar bourbon vanilla paste.
Yes, that's what we have to use. It's the best.
Yes. And then I also ordered barley malt syrup for making bagels, because you're supposed to put it's Sally's recipe, Sally Baking Addiction, and the bagel recipe calls for you boil it in a pot, but you're supposed to put barley malt extract in or barley malt syrup in it. But if you don't have that, you can use honey. And I couldn't find the barley malt syrup before, but I got it at well.ca, and I thought, well, I'm going to just try it and see if it makes a difference. So that's what I ordered.
I've cut down on the baking. I had to cut down on the baking. We were eating the baking. I cut down on the baking.
I cut down on the baking after I got the spinning wheel.
But I did. On Sunday, I made French bread. And on Saturday, I made cookies. But that was the first baking in a long time. And then I had to take some of the cookies and put them in the freezer. And then I sent some more of the cookies to my husband's workplace. And I'm like, we can't have the cookies. I can make them. We can each eat a cookie, but then I got to get rid of them.
Yeah.
So too many cookies. But they're so good. And I did something special with carrots as well. I don't know how special it is.
Like carrot cake?
Flash, and I just turned red on screen.
Oh, my earphone fell out.
They're few and far between anymore, but I didn't realize my color changed so much when I had it. Anyway, carrots. So I peeled the carrot, and they were big carrots too. And then I cut them on the angle so that you get kind of like a big carrot chip, steamed them till they were still, like tender firm. And then I made a little mixture of butter, a little bit of pure maple syrup, and some cinnamon. And then I just tossed them all into, I heated the sauce first and then tossed the carrots in, did a quick saute. They were so good. Just that hint of maple syrup.
Yeah. Really
tasty. So I did some drop-offs to my dad. So he ended up with a roast beef dinner, and it was good. It was all good.
But you could put maple syrup in a lot of stuff. Like I got these amazing
sweetener. Yeah.
Yes, but I got these amazing maple chipotle sausages from Farm Boy. They're so good. And I put them in a pasta sauce. And sometimes in a pasta sauce, I add just a little bit of sugar to take the bite off the acidity in the tomatoes. So instead, because I was using the maple sausages, I put in just a little tiny bit of maple syrup. It was so good. Like you don't taste overwhelmingly like maple. It just, it was so good. Yeah. Yep.
So.
Oh, Sue wants to know what spinning wheel I got. Sue, it is an Ashford E-Spinner 3. And I love it. I've never spun before, other than my friend Tracy has a spinning wheel, the treadle kind. And I tried it out this past summer up at her place, but I wasn't coordinated enough to treadle and draft at the same time. So the E-Spinner, you don't have to treadle. You just basically set it. It's been perfect because I know exactly where I like it on the dial as far as my take up when I'm drafting. So I don't know if I went back now and tried to treadle one, whether I'd find it easier because I'm better than I was at drafting, but I don't know. I really like it. So Kelly, Sarah wants to know how your husband's cooking journey is going.
Well,
Kelly hasn't had supper tonight yet.
He was pretty frustrated last night. It was only half made when I got home, and he had walked away from it. Something wasn't going right. The avocado wasn't the perfect ripeness for him to deal with. And I screwed up this week. I don't know how I did it, but I didn't get in time to get our order. So we had the meals that they picked. So they aren't meals that we would have picked. So that's not their fault. That's my fault. And then tonight's meal, I think he was just late starting. So I was thinking I worked a little late tonight. So when I got home, I thought there'd be a meal ready, but there wasn't. There was a meal in progress and it was ready about 5 minutes before 7 tonight. He was running really late. So I didn't get tonight's meal, but I might take it to work tomorrow for lunch. I might take it for lunch. He's still complaining about it, Sarah. He's not happy about it. He keeps hoping, I think, that if he expresses enough frustration and he delays mealtime enough that I'll say, look, this is not working, but I'm not.
Don't give up, Kelly. Don't give up.
I'm not going to. No. I like it. So.
Anyway, Mary said she dyed her first roving this week.
I saw. And she used dandelions to dye it.
Oh,
Did you
wow.
see?
No, I didn't see that.
My grandmother used to make wine from the dandelion greens.
From dandelions?
Dandelion wine. And you just thought it was like a thing, but it's a real thing. In Nova Scotia, it was anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Susan says she's considering offering to
knit for food.
She needs someone to shop and cook.
I guess I'm retired, right? So I have time to shop, cook, and knit. And it's not, honestly, for the two of us, it's not that much shopping, really, as long as I kind of have a good idea of what I'm going to do for the week. So, Oh, Mary says she loved dandelion wine. I don't think I've ever had dandelion wine. Did you ever have any of the wine, Kelly?
Okay, when I was in Nova Scotia, I was a child. I don't think I was allowed to have the dandelion
wine.
Well,
your grandmother could have made it when you got older, too.
No, actually, my grandma passed when I was 12, so I didn't get a chance to drink the wine. And I don't even know the recipe. Maybe Mary has it. I don't know. Is it good, Mary? I've heard of it. I know that she's.
I've heard of it. I've just not ever tasted it. I thought maybe your grandmother still made it when you were old enough to have some of it.
Now, she also made peach wine. And I did sneak a few sips of that. Not going to lie. It was pretty good. My grandpa used to drink it that's a Nova Scotia thing too. So I don't know if we have any Nova Scotians on here tonight, but there was a type of mustard, and I don't know the kind of mustard, but they were mustard glasses, and they were, I don't know, just like a flat bottom glass. It went straight up, and they had like playing card symbols on them, like the aces, the diamonds, the spades, and the hearts. And that's what your mustard came in. It had a white lid, and then you saved the glasses.
I remember that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So those were a big thing in Nova Scotia. And now you try to find them. Just try. Raspberry rhubarb wine is divine. That sounds good too.
Because actually, this right here. Okay. So this is my little sweater and hat for a wine bottle that my son and my daughter-in-law brought me back from Iceland. But here's what's in it. This is from Ironworks rhubarb. It's like a rhubarb. What do you call the sweet ones?
Like the ice wines?
Yeah, no, it's not an ice wine. Let's see what it says. It just says rhubarb esprit. And this is from Nova Scotia. So it was created with Nova Scotia rhubarb. A liqueur.
Oh, okay.
So it's not quite as strong as not like a 40%. This one is like 18% alcohol, but that's rhubarb flavored and it's really good.
So what are you supposed to do with that? Just put that in a glass, like as a sip?
Yeah, on ice.
From the bottle?
Yeah. She's going back in its little case now.
Now we know where Noelle keeps her secret alcohol stash.
I have to knit
the little knitted man.
But isn't that the cutest thing, though?
That's
like the
cute.
little Icelandic sweater, and that you even have his hat on or off.
Did you say you knit it?
No, I didn't knit it. My son and daughter-in-law brought it back from Iceland.
Oh, in the sweater and everything.
Well, they didn't. No, they didn't bring the wine back. They brought the little sweater and the hat back.
Oh, okay. That's cute.
It's from Iceland. Really yep. Yep.
It's really cute.
Cordial. Yes, that's what they call some of the things. So anyway, but I think it's more like a liqueur. But yeah, you just have it cold, or you pour it over ice cream, and it's good with.
I'm pretty sure it was raspberry cordial that Anne of Green
Yes, of
Gables
Green
got drunk
Gables.
on, wasn't it?
Yep. So
Tracy wants to know how long it's been open.
actually, I haven't drank any of it because I forgot it was there. Now I remembered. It's been open for a bit, but it's got alcohol in it. It should be still good. I'll taste it before the next knit chat and let you know. Oh, Barb says her aunt still makes those crochet poodle bottle covers. They're the toilet paper covers. Remember those?
The dolls. And remember you put the Barbie leg in the middle of the
Yes.
the thing,
Of
and
the
then her
big
dress.
thingy. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember those.
Yeah. Yeah, Sarah, it's a wine cozy. I know those would be easy to make. Like the sweaters for the wine bottles.
Mm-hmm.
But that would make a cute gift. I mean, I already make sweaters for decorations. I wouldn't have to make it that much bigger to fit on a wine bottle. And it's not like the sleeves have to be accurate.
Nope.
So
Yeah, it would be a cute idea.
yeah.
Just with leftovers.
Yeah.
A wine
Hey, that's what I
cozy.
could do with hand spun leftovers that I don't have enough left to do in a sweater. Just make a little wine sweater.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. So
Lene says in Norway they make Santa bottle hiders. I don't know
I
what a
think
Santa
those are
bottle
like
hider is.
cozies. Bottle hiders. Yeah, like they hide.
Oh,
the,
like for okay, like a cozy or koozie
Yes.
or whatever you call them, right?
Yeah. Well, I think the idea. Remember the old brown bag that you put the alcohol in.
Kelly,
Well, I'm supposed to know what's in the.
I never did that.
Was that a Nova Scotia thing?
It must have been.
So,
We put ours right in the glass.
well, I know, but if you buy it and you're out tailgating or something, there might not be a glass.
True.
You might just have to use the brown bag that it comes in.
Yep.
I don't know. Somebody told me that. I don't know that from experience.
Sure. Anyway, Sarah says next Christmas everyone gets a wine cozy. They might, Sarah. Oh yeah, the toilet roll dolls. Yep. I think my mom still has one.
Yeah. And then, Barb makes a dish soap cover.
Okay.
That's an apron shape for gifts with dishcloths, scrubbies, and hanging towels.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Mary,
get
her
off the
English
floor.
didn't work.
Julia, the word crop tour is something that I did not hear in Nova Scotia. I moved to Ontario and I heard that for the first time and I thought, what is that? That's not something that we talked about in Nova Scotia. I didn't know.
But did you do it?
Well, now I can't admit to that. I might have. We used to go to, I don't know. We used to go to a lighthouse. There were some lighthouses and they're not all manned, right? Some of them were just, I don't know. They had a lighthouse keeper that would come at random times. So they were good spots to go, just some friends in your brown paper bag. Wiggle the doors and get in there and climb up the tower and just sit and look out. It was fun. Sarah doesn't know what a
crop tour is. It's our generation, Kelly.
Okay, well, Sarah, you can come to Sarnia someday, and Julia,
we'll take you crop touring.
Yeah, now
let's just say now we need a DD.
Crop touring. Yeah, but now we crop tour for yarn stores and Lindt chocolate balls sometimes.
Well, yeah, that's right. That's right.
So crop tour is just basically when you get in the car and you tour out in the country. I can't believe in London they don't crop tour. Is that really?
I told you. It's our generation because I do not think my kids would know what crop touring was.
Really? Okay.
Well, yeah, because there's so much more emphasis because, I mean, obviously we're drinking. There's so much emphasis on not drinking and driving that I don't think that it's and not that I don't ever remember. I remember going like with Ross driving and he'd be driving and I'd be the one with the bottle in the.
Right. Yeah. Actually, I mean, I should clarify that we weren't drinking and driving. We would
No.
go someplace
Yeah.
for an evening and have a couple of drinks, but somebody always I wouldn't have
Was the
gotten,
desert? No.
I would have
No.
wouldn't have tried that myself, and I wouldn't have gotten in a car. And I know when our kids were teenagers, that was the one thing I was fearless about. It's if you're going to get together with friends, you need to pick your DD. And if somebody has not been a DD, I need a phone call. I will come and get
my
you.
kids either got their driver's license or their age or their identification card, the age of majority card thingy. You can have one or the other when you go. But they were always good. They were always had a DD. I mean, I can remember Curtis walked home a lot of times because some of the places that him and his friends used to go to weren't that far from where we lived. So they just walked home. But maybe it was just something that was kind of local to around here, like Sarnia, Corona, Courtright, Brigden, in the farming area.
Maybe.
But I just thought that everybody knew what it was.
Well, there was a term Lena had said in Norway. I know I have no idea how to pronounce this, but she says it's called, is it raining? I don't know, but they have a term for it in Norway.
Yep.
And then there's the winery tours. And I never understood even how those can become legal, because there's a lot of winery tours, right? Last time we went away as a girls group, we rented a chauffeured vehicle, and he took us around to the wineries. Yep. And I'm sure, so you've got 6 women in a vehicle stopping at wineries, having drinks, very little food. We did bring some charcuterie in the car, but you can imagine as the day wore on, he was a very patient man, very patient man. That's all I have to say about that.
Anyway,
Linda says we cleaned that up nice. It is true.
Yeah, we did go. We went to
any kind of.
We went to the Finger Lakes region in the States one year and did the whole wine tour. But there was 3 couples, and the one guy was really good. He actually had a cold, so he wasn't drinking at all that weekend. So he was very kind and was our designated driver. And it's a good thing too, because we actually did get stopped by the state police.
Oh,
and
really?
we think more so because it was a Canadian license plate, right? And he probably was going a little faster than the speed limit, but not hugely faster. But he hadn't had a single drop of alcohol, so it was all good. Nothing was. But yeah, so, and I mean, he then, when we got back to where we were staying, he might have a drink then, but he was really good about not. Because I mean, you have to be, right?
Well, somebody has to be the responsible person too,
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't get a driver's license until after I had 5 kids, and then I never had to be the DD because I didn't have a driver's license.
You could have been the DD for all 5 of those pregnancies.
Well, I know, pregnancies and nursing. Yeah, I could have. So, Linnea says she's been a driver many times and she just had a knitting with her.
That's the thing, though. When other people are drinking, they all think they're so funny. If you're the sober person,
I know that if you're no, they're not. They're not.
They're not so funny.
It's funny because my my kids obviously are older now, and so we'll sit around and have a few drinks with them now, and we always get they always say middle-aged drunks are the worst. So anyway.
Oh dear. Well, we're at an hour and a half, people.
Holy cow.
Time flew. See? It was
and my glass is empty.
And you probably didn't even knit 2 rows on your sock.
I didn't even knit it.
You're a hot mess.
I am hot. Your hot flash is catching.
I haven't had one for a long time.
I'm just going to tell you. I am older than you, and there still
Really?
is not a day goes by that I don't have at least one. Just so you know. So
yeah, it did. It
anyway,
went fast.
Thank you.
It went super fast.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. It's so nice to talk to everybody. Get your bags packed for Norway.
Right. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun? Oh my gosh, that
It would be
fun.
so much fun. It would be so much fun. What do they drink there?
Ice wine.
Do they have wine? Ice
I don't know.
wine. Lene, what do they drink in Norway?
I'm thinking they must have some very nice wine. I don't know.
Sarah, nothing either. There you go. Now I don't feel so bad.
Hmm.
So Lene's going to her doctor to get medication for her hot flashes. I know the wine probably doesn't help me, but.
Oh, Donna says she likes the Tuesday change. That's good, Donna. I'm happy. I mean, it really, I have to admit, like you said it earlier, but again, like I felt odd on Sunday. Something was missing on Sunday. And I thought, I know what's missing. All of our people are missing on Sunday. Yep. I feel like I need to be talking with them and chatting, but I'm glad that you're all here tonight. This was fun. And so we're going to stay on the Tuesday night schedule for the summer months. And then I'm sure we'll go back to Sundays in the fall once we're, stuck inside a little bit more.
Yep.
But, so we'll be back here next Tuesday. And instead of cheers.
Lene says that in Norway they have beer, wine, and spirit, so we can go. And they don't say cheers, they say ska.
Ska. Okay. Let's
ska.
Oh, your glass is empty. You can't
I told you that. I could put some of that rhubarb stuff in it. But I won't. Okay. Anyway, so nice to talk to everybody. Thanks everybody for tuning in and listening, and congratulations to the winners of the shawl wall count.
Yes. Yes. And now I don't know how much it's going to cost us to get you into therapy for that, but
I have
we'll have to take it out of the money that we're not making for the podcast, right? Okay. Anyway, okay. Well, have a lovely week, everybody.
Yeah, we'll see everybody next week.
Yes. Yes. Yep. Next Tuesday, 7:00, Barb. 7:00.
7:00. Yeah.
Okay. Take care. Have a good night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.